Hi.
Hi. How are you today? Is it everything fine? I can see you're very busy. Good. Monitor, how are you, friend?
Hi.
Hi, friend. Hi. Let's begin our class, friends. You know, the homework was a reading practice taken from the mock test number 4 that we never did, page number 7. So it is what? Page number 7. Let me have a look. No, part 7, sorry. Page 58. Introducing choral music to children is like opening a door to a magical world. That was the homework. Let's see if I can find it. Give me a second. Where is it? Yeah, it's here. This one here. Introducing choral music to children is like opening a door to a magical world. I don't know. This is perhaps for people who love music, but not for me. Let's see. You read it, and then the idea was that you have to insert in the spaces in blank, for example, 41, 42, etc. You have to insert the adequate letter that you have in the next page, because there are 2 pages. Let's see what happened here. In 41, what was your answer, friends? In 41, what letter did you choose for 41? F for Ivan, F for Patrick, and F for Natalie. Yes, friends. Anna, F. There is a microphone open. Could you close them down? And what about 42? What is the letter for you in 42? B for Martha, and Anna, B, and Ivan, B. Yes, friends, B is the correct answer. Yes, Natalie, B is the correct answer in number 42. And 43, in 43 is G for Martha, G for Natalie, G for Patrick, nobody else. Anna, G, Ivan, G. Friends, correct. Rodrigo, G. Yes, G is the answer for 43. 44, Martha, C, Ivan, C, Anna, C, and also Natalie and Rodrigo. Yes, C is the correct answer in number 44. So you have passed this evaluation. Very good. 45, what letter do you think it is? E for Ivan, E for Natalie, E for Martha, and Patrick and Rodrigo. Yes, E. Perfect. 46. A for Martha and Patrick and Natalie. A for Rodrigo and Ivan and Anna. Excellent, friends. Excellent. All your answers are correct because according to Cambridge, in 41, F is the adequate answer. In 42 is letter B. In 43 is letter G. You see, they coincide with you. 44 is letter C, 45 is letter E, and 46 is letter A. All your answers are correct. What is the importance of this? The importance of this exercise is that it was an exam 4 years ago in Cambridge, and last year it was the mock test number 4 reading comprehension exercise, and it was a disaster for some students. However, the majority of you are doing this correctly. What are we going to do now? We are going to continue using the exercises for the mock test number 4, so you can practice for the real exam. Now I want to practice with you listening. The listening, a part 4 to be precise, the part 4 of the listening in that exam other students took last year after unit number 8, right? So let's prepare for that. Give me a second. I'm going to attach to the Skype this the text of this listening. Give me just a second. Listening audio. Listening here. I'm going to attach it here. And my friends, this exercise number 4 in your exam of advanced is a tragedy. It is a tragedy because maybe you remember now when you see the paper that this is the part of the exam listening when you have to be answering 2 tasks at the same time. The people are speaking and you have to answer task 1 and task 2 about the speaker 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do you remember now? What a glorious moment. Maybe it's difficult for you to see this exercise here in the screen, so I'm going to make an effort and send you the same paper you can see on the chat, but send it to your mobile phones in the WhatsApp. Maybe you will be able to see it better, but only if I can. Let's see, because sometimes internet these days is very slow. Give me a chance. Be patient with your teacher. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Advanced, 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 advanced. Have you received it? Molto, have you received the... excellent, excellent. I know. Thank you, friend. Thank you very much. I'm going to give you 2 minutes for you to read all the exercise, task 1 and task 2, because maybe you'll need to check out something in your dictionary. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes. Use your dictionaries if necessary. Okay, maybe now you are ready for listening. Let's begin. Well, friends, normally, thank you. Normally, in class or in the exams, with 2 repetitions, that's enough, but not now, not now. This is the moment to take advantage of all the possibilities we have. So I'm going to give you some minutes because I'm going to send to you this audio. So be ready to receive the audio in your WhatsApp group. Give me a second. Yes, here. Here. A second, a second. My God. Maybe you have received it now.
Yes.
Good, friends. I'm going to give you 2 extra minutes because I want to get good results in this listening, which is so difficult in the exam. So I want you to listen to it again, maybe once, and check your answers, right? 2 minutes, extra minutes. Thank you, monitor. Good. Ivan finished. Javi finished. Martha finished. Ana Huerta finished. And Rodrigo finished, of course. Difficult exercise this is. In the exams, normally students suffer a lot with this final moment of the listening. Let's see what happens today. Let's see how many students can pass this moment. Let's self-evaluate. You know there are 10, so you need 6 correct answers to pass. In number 1, speaker 1, task 1. I think it's better to use the number 21. Huh? Answer 21. What is the letter that you chose for number 21? Speaker 1, 21. What do you think is the adequate answer? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. For Ainhoa is letter D. For Anna is letter A. For Patrick is letter A. Martha, D. My God, we have many differences. Natalie, D. You see how difficult? But the majority of you are correct because letter D in 21, speaker 1, task 1, 21, letter D is the adequate. Letter D, a club owner. This is the correct answer in 21. Now I'm going to speaker 1, task 2, 26. What do you think is the adequate answer or letter in speaker 1, 26? What letter do you think it is? For Martha is letter H. And nobody else. Well, yes, Javi, letter D. Ainhoa, D. Ana Huerta, B. Patri, B. Natalie, D. And Rodrigo? What's your opinion, Rodrigo, about this? Nothing. Well, friends, in 26, D is the correct answer. Conclusion. Speaker 1 in task 1 is letter D. And now speaker 1 in task 2, 26 is letter D. 21, letter D. 26, letter D. Now, let's go to speaker 2, 22, task 1, 22. What's your opinion? What letter do you think it is? For Ivan, the monitor is A, and for Ainhoa, A, Natalie, A, Javi, A, Martha, A. Oh, you coincide. Perfect, because Rodrigo, A. Very good, Nieto. So this answer A is perfect. You have another mark because speaker 2, 22 is A. Speaker 2, 27 in task 2, 27 for Ivan is H, similar to Ainhoa, H, and Anna, H. Natalie, H, Javi, H. Okay, good. You are correct. In 27 is letter H. Yes, Rodrigo. So let's go now to speaker 3, task 1, number 23. What do you think is the letter, the most appropriate letter here in number? G for Ainhoa, G for Martha Moreno, See it? Ana Huerta, G. Ivan, G. Natalie, G. Javi, G. Excellent. G is the correct answer in speaker 3, 23. Let's go now to speaker 3, 28. What is the appropriate letter here? F for Ivan, F for Ainhoa, F for Ana Huerta, F for Patri and Natalie and Rodrigo. F is correct. You have another mark, friends. So if they are 10 and you have 6, you are passing. Anyway, let's continue with the speaker 4, task 1, number 24. What do you think is the adequate letter here? For Javi is letter F, Natalie F, Rodrigo is F, and Patri is F. Yes, friends, F is correct. You have another mark. Let's go to speaker 4, but now in task number 2, number 29. What do you think is the letter? Speaker 4, number 29. B for Javi, A for Anna, A for Natalie, Patrick A, Martha Moreno C, A, Ivan A. Yes, A is the answer. You have another mark. Let's finish this because you are doing very well. Speaker 5, task 1, number 25. What letter do you think it is? Well, for Anna is letter C, similar to Ainhoa, similar to Patrick C. Natalie C. I monitor C. Very good, friends. Again, you did it. Very good. C is the answer. I don't know how many marks you already have. A lot, I think. Speaker 5, task 2, number 30. What is the letter here? C for Ainhoa. Also for Ivan, C. Ana Huerta, C. You all coincide. Martha, C. Very good. And Patrick Pies, letter C. Similar to Javi. Friends, perfect. C is the correct answer. I don't know how many marks do you have, but I think it's been successful in this class. Because speaker 1 in task 1 is D, speaker 1 in task 2 is D again. Speaker 2 in task 1 is A, but in task number 2 is H. Speaker 3 in task 1 is G, while speaker 3 in task 2 is letter F. Now, speaker 4 in task 1 is letter F, and speaker 4 in task number 2 is letter A. Speaker 5 in task number 1 is letter C, while speaker 5 in task 2 is letter C. See that? Now, this is like a game, piece of cake, but can you imagine in an exam, what can we do to prepare ourselves for this moment in the exam? Exactly what we are doing now. Practicing and doing a lot of exercises similar to the exam, so we will guarantee that we are not going to be surprised by any kind of exercise because we've done everything in class. Fantastic. Let's continue now with our preparation for the exam. Why am I preparing you so carefully for the exam? Friends, because we are in unit number 10. We are about to finish unit number 10. And after unit number 10, we have our first mock test in these circumstances, you know, at home, in quarantine, and we have to experiment with that. Many teachers are worried, you know, because they say, well, students, if they take an exam at home with all the conditions they have, the technologies, the possibility of using dictionaries, etc., they can cheat on the exam. Okay, Rodrigo, can you hear me? No problem with that, Rodrigo. I trust you, friend. You've always been a good student, and I know how good you are in English, so don't worry about that. Well, friends, I mean, some teachers, good, Rodrigo, so you know you don't have any kind of problem with me. But you have to solve this problem, Rodrigo, because imagine to be in quarantine at home and not having internet is a problem. Friends, we are taking the exam. I don't care if other teachers worried about what is the word? I don't know how to express the idea. How sure can teachers be that students are not cheating on the exam? Well, I don't worry about that, because if you cheat the exam or you cheat on the exam, you are cheating on you, right? So it is not a problem. We are taking this mock test number 5 when we finish unit number 10. And what I'm doing these days is preparing you for being as accurate as possible for the exams. So now I want to take the use of English part 4 in that exam that I always mention, mock test number 4, that we never took. Let's attach it to the chat, sorry. So it will be here forever if you want to check it again. It is use of English. Give me a minute. Yes, number 4, that's it. This was use of English part 4 in that exam last year. And the reality is that the results were not bad. It was very good last year. Let's see what happens today. Maybe you feel more comfortable if I send it to you to your WhatsApp group. So let me make an effort. Give me a chance for sending you this. Let's see. Yes. Here. Have you received it? Thank you, Patrick Pies. Thank you, friend. Thank you. You have something that was part of an exam last year after Unit 8. I'm going to give you all the time you need, right? But try to do it as good as possible, as good as it gets, right? Tell me when you finish. Send me a little message when you finish. Ivan and Natalie finished. Good, good. Very good. Everybody has finished. Very good. Mike and Martha and Anna and Javi and Patrick and Natalie. Very good. Let's check it out because, friends, some of these sentences are a little bit difficult. I remember last year, number 25. Last year was difficult for the students, you know. The rest was not so much. At number 25, which is the first one, I remember was a disaster last year. Let's see what happens today. It says, I've been too busy to answer, what is it, my emails, but I'll do it soon. That is a sentence they give you, and you have to write something very similar, but using round. Minimum 3 words, maximum 6. So maybe because writing all these in the chat is going to be rather difficult. So if any one of you has an idea, so for Natalie is have not got round to answer. Have not got round to answer. This is Ivan too, similar to Natalie. For Ana Huerta, haven't got round to answer. It's similar, yes. Natalie separates have not, and the rest makes a contraction, but it's completely similar. But be careful. The problem is answer, because this is one of these typical expressions in English in which you have to use ing after the to, right? So you have to use answering. Yes, Ivan. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we are in time for solving the problem. So the correct answer is, I haven't got round to answering my emails yet. And I want you to remember this expression. I haven't got round to ing. I haven't got, or maybe affirmative. I have got round to. Es sacar tiempo. I haven't got round to answering. No he podido sacar tiempo para responder. That is the translation in Spanish. It was a problem last year, but not for you. The only little problem is answer, no answering, but the rest was okay. 26, the ambulance came within minutes, and you have to use matter. What could be the solution here? Was matter of minutes for Anna, was a matter of time for Ivan. For Mike is past a matter of time. Well, past, no, exactly. The other students, I think, are more clear about this. It was a matter of minutes. Yes, Anna, it was a matter of minutes, not of time, not because time is totally incorrect, no, because it's logic. But they say minutes, I use minutes. It was a matter, 1 mark, of minutes, the second mark. Yes, Ivan. In number 25, in the previous one, because I didn't tell you how Cambridge evaluate this, I forgot. They say, haven't got round 1 mark to answering the second mark. So in the case of to answer, you get only 1 mark. In number 26, I repeat, was a matter, 1 mark, of minutes, the second mark. Let's go to 27. Experts say that things are bound to improve. This expression is important. Study bound to, bound to. Doubt. Experts say that there is blank better. My God, what? Do you know, friends? No doubt that things are getting. No doubt things will get better. Ivan, my dear friend monitor. Anna, no doubt things will get. Natalie, no doubt things are getting. Very good. Well, according to Cambridge, the perfect is experts say that there is no doubt, you can use that or not, acceptable. Things will get. No are getting, no will get, because it is not happening now. It is not happening now. Things will improve. Things are bound to, están destinadas a cambiar. No están cambiando, están destinadas a cambiar. Los expertos dicen que las cosas están destinadas a mejorar. Perdón, no es cambiar, es mejorar, improve. So will is better. And with go instead of get. This is a question from Javi. Let me see, Javi. Let's say that there is no doubt things will go better. Yes, Javi. I don't see difference. Perfect. Thank you, friend. Now, 28. Jake was the person who started my interest in collecting pottery. And you have to use got. That was problem last year, you know. Let's see what happens today. What's your answer? Was Jake who got me interested? Was Jack, sorry, no Jake. Jack or Jake? Jake, it's Jake. Was Jack who got me interested? So we have Patrick's answers, Natalie's answer, and you know what? Both are good. The only problem with Patrick is Jack for Jake, but I think that in the exam, they are not going to apply any penalty for that, Patrick. No, I don't think, but anyway, be careful in the exam, right? But I don't think it's going to be, you know, penalized for anything. No, because it's a name. So perfect, yes. And how does Cambridge evaluate this? Cambridge says, divided into two parts. Was Jake who or that, 1 mark, got me interested, the second mark. So you can self-evaluate your work. 29, he really wanted to impress the interviewers. And you have to use desperate. What is your answer? For Patrice, was desperate to impress. For Ivan, it was Jake who got me involved. Well, this is the past one. So I have only one answer. Only one answer. Well, Natalie was desperate to make. Anna was really desperate to give. Wouldn't desperate forgiven, Javi. Well, listen to Cambridge answers. Cambridge says, 1 mark for was desperate to, 1 mark, and another mark, give. So Mike's answer was good. He was desperate to give the interviewers a good impression. Make is not acceptable because the interviewers. To make the interviewers a good impression, no. To make an impression, yes, make an impression. Make an impression is correct. But when you have an object, let me explain in Spanish. Cuando después del verbo tengo complemento, en este caso es los entrevistadores, no me sirve make. So give is better. To give, darle. ¿A quién? La impresión. Porque tengo el a quién en el medio. Si no tuviera el a quién, sí podría ser make a good impression. Pero tengo a quién, de interviewers. Y entonces cambio make por give. Quizás nunca hemos dicho esto. Buen momento hoy. To give the interviewers a good impression. Thank you, Natalie. Very good that you understand. 30. Because he was injured, he couldn't play in the next game. And you have to use prevented. Last year, the problem with prevented is that students forget prevented from. Don't forget the preposition from, right? So what is your answer? Injury prevented him from playing. This is for Patrick. Injury prevented him from playing. Injuries prevented him from playing for Javi. Injury prevented him from playing. Anna, very good. Very good, everybody. Very good. So, Javi says injuries and the rest injury. Yes, why not? Both. According to Cambridge, the students who copy injury or injuries, 1 mark, and the second mark prevented him from playing. So you all were correct, friends. And now, in silence, in secret, make a self-evaluation of your exam. And let's see, friends, because they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Multiply by 2 is 12. So you need 7 marks to pass this evaluation, right? So self-evaluate your work in order to know how we are doing, how we are preparing for the exam. Regular or good, or maybe a little bit bad. But don't tell anybody, it's not necessary. Thank you, friends. Let's go to page now. Page, imagine that. Be patient with your teacher. Page 191. There. When the book is about to finish. When there are no more pages in the book. There. Let's go there. Page 191. What an emotion. Ivan, what do you think we are going to deal with now that I mentioned page 191, my monitor? What do you think, Ivan, we are going to do?
I don't know, Jerry, because I can found it because my last page is 162.
My God, you have a real problem.
Yes, I'm going to look for it.
Don't worry.
The other pages.
Don't worry. I'm going to ask Martha Moreno Seed. No, don't worry, monitor. Martha, what do you think we are going to deal with now that we are on page 191? Martha?
Yes, I'm looking for the page, but I think it could be some grammar because it's at the end.
Yes, you are right, but not exactly. Not exactly.
Okay, I have it.
Yes, what is it?
Yes, making suggestions and recommendations.
Making suggestions and recommendations, page 190.
No, that's 92. It was reports.
Yes, Martha. Ivan, did you find the page? Nope. Nothing, friend? And the rest of the class, for example, Anna, do you have the page?
Yes, I have.
Very good. And you, Mike? Do you have page 191, Mike? Ah, yes. Very good. Thank you, friend. Natalie, do you have the page?
Yes.
Very good. I think that Javi, Rodrigo.
Reports.
Report. Yes, report. Thank you, friends. Thank you for answering. Well, exactly, report. We are going to deal with report again. And maybe you think, oh my God, again that. Yes, friends. But you can imagine how comfortable I feel when after the exams in July or August, no, August, Cambridge is closed. In September, I begin receiving messages from my students saying, teacher, the writing for me was easy because we have practiced that a lot in class. And I think every effort is worth when you are sitting in the exam and you feel that you can do everything without hesitation. This moment is sensational, and that is the effect I want to cause on your writing, that you feel comfortable writing, that you know the tricks. Report in Spanish is, informe. It is un informe in English. You write a report. You never write a report for your mother or for your father. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine your mother saying, hey, daughter, please write a report about the situation in our house? It's funny. No, never. Normally, we have to write a report for someone that is superior to us. Maybe our boss in the office, maybe the headmaster in school, maybe someone, the manager of the company, or someone like that. So even when this report is never going to be so so serious, so formal as the essay, because the essay is extremely formal, and you know that because you have practiced with me a lot. Well, the report is not. The report is not so formal, but it is not informal. Oh my God, what a problem. Not formal, not informal. It means that it's semi-formal. When you write a report, you are writing a report for someone who asks you to do it. So this person has to be superior to you. And then, but maybe is the head of the department who is working next to you, right? So it's not so formal, it's semi-formal. What is the meaning of semi-formal? That if you make the mistake of using a phrasal verb, nothing is going to happen. If you make the mistake because you forget and you make a contraction, something that I don't advise, but you make a contraction here in the report, nothing serious is going to happen, right? Because it is semi-formal. So take this into account. Report. Another characteristic of report in your level, advanced C1, you need a title. Ah, good, Ivan. Hallelujah, friend. You need a title. Right, if you observe page 191, you see in capital letters, in bold, Pegasus Educational Exchange Program. This is the title. This is the title. Titles, friends, pay attention, can be difficult sometimes, principally if you or the other one are not very able when writing, like me, for example. There are people who are very, very keen on writing, and they have facilities, abilities for writing. And there are many others who writing can be a pain in the neck. So I have to teach you how to pass the exam, but not only the skillful students, but everybody. And a good advice that has worked every year with all my students is, friends, begin the title with the famous report on. Report on. Informe sobre. For example, friends, I need you to make some research and write a report about the problems we have in Getafe with young people and the free time. Report on free time in young people. You see, report on. I need you to write a report about the weather conditions in Madrid. Report on weather conditions in Madrid. See how easy? You don't have to think a lot for the title. Propose, well, it depends if you are going to propose anything, but they don't want you to propose now. They want you to write a report. So I think that report on would be sensational. You know, Ivan, and I can guarantee you that you pass with this title because the title has a value in the exam. And I want you to get everything they give for title, you get it. No half of that or a quarter of that, no. All marks that they give for the correct title, I want you to get it. So report on is going to be sensational because it facilitates your writing. You don't have to dedicate minutes to thinking about the title. Minutes are important when you write because you have 45 minutes only, and you have to, you know, you have to count the words, you have to divide in paragraphs, you have to revise it, and you need your time. Report on is going to be sensational title. And you know something, friends? After explaining this repeatedly, I still have students who loses all the marks in the title because they make a bad title. The title has to correspond to the instructions you receive. I want you to write a report about the weather in Getafe. Don't write a report on Getafe and the shops and etc. You know, the students normally don't have problem with that, but they write the title incorrectly. Report on is a solution that accommodates to your expectations of the exam. I repeat, report need a title. If you forget a title, you receive a serious penalty. Be careful with that. And now, every paragraph requires a heading. Heading. Heading comes from head. Head is cabeza. Heading is encabezamiento. Some people say subtítulo. Yes, it's the same. I repeat, if you write 5 paragraphs, you need 5 headings, right? But the easy aspect of the headings is that always the initial paragraph is going to be introduction. So you copy introduction. In many other writings, when you write an essay or when you write an email or when you write a letter, always the initial paragraph is the introduction, but you don't have to say it. You don't have to write it. In the report, you need to write it in black and white in the paper. Yes, introduction. Please don't forget that. The heading of paragraph number 1 is introduction. The heading of the final paragraph normally is conclusion. The problem is that you are making a report and normally they ask you that you recommend the best option because normally there are 2 or 3 options. Normally they ask you to make a recommendation about the option that you consider to be the best. That's why in the majority of the report, the heading for the final paragraph, instead of conclusion, it is recommendation. Because normally you recommend. But friends, if you don't have to recommend anything, the heading of the final paragraph in that case would be conclusion. I repeat, don't write recommendation if you are not going to recommend anything. I think this is obvious, but I still revise works with this mistake. They say recommendation and you read and there are no recommendations. My God, what a big mistake. So the final paragraph heading is going to be recommendation only when you recommend or when you suggest something. If not, write conclusion. Good. And now, how many paragraphs? I'm not going to mention the words because you know that everything you write here in your level, it has limits of words, minimum. My God, I don't remember. Do you remember 220? I don't remember now. Thank you, Martha, friend. You are sensational. Javi doesn't realize what the UL that he has. Thank you. So it's between 220 and 260. Yes, maximum and minimum. That is everything you write, everything, essay and this. Well, friends, the number of words is that, but how many paragraphs? It's going to depend, friends. The number of paragraphs is going to depend, but I want you to be careful. Many people take risks with the number of paragraphs and they write 3 paragraphs, and I always think, friend, this is advanced, right? Be careful with the number of paragraphs, because if they ask you for 3 things, your paragraphs are 5. If they ask for 2 things, your paragraphs are going to be 4. Why? Introduction is 1. Recommendation is another. And if they ask for 2 things, 2 plus 2 are 4. If they ask you to do 3 things, 3 plus 2 are 5. So everything they ask you to do is 1 paragraph. The number of paragraphs in the report depends on how many things they want me to write about. 2, 4 paragraphs. 3, 5 paragraphs. No more than that, you know. Sometimes 2, sometimes 3, but no more than that. I mean, 3 things they want you to write about. 5, introduction and the recommendation or conclusion. If they are 2 plus introduction and recommendation or conclusion, they are 4. That is, sometimes I confuse my students with so many explanations. I'm sorry for that. You always receive instructions for writing. The instructions here are in exercise 1. I continue on page 191, right? Exercise 1, read the task below. I'm going to read it. You've been studying in an English-speaking country for some time as part of an educational exchange. Think of, what is the name, Erasmus or something like that. You are in Erasmus and you are studying in Canada or in England, etc. The director of the exchange program is interested in improving the experience for future students. That's good. He has asked you to write a report outlining why you've been doing the exchange, why you have been doing this exchange. This is a question. 1 paragraph to answer this. Be careful with that. Do that in the exam. Take a time for analyzing this. Describing what you like and what you dislike about it, and making recommendation. My final paragraph is going to be recommendations, right? Be intelligent here. And making recommendations for how it could be improved. That is, I have to write about why I have been doing this exchange. This is 1 paragraph. I have to describe what I liked about this 2nd paragraph. I have to write about what I dislike about this 3rd paragraph. But listen, introduction is 1, recommendation, because they want me to recommend. Recommendation is going to be the final one. They are 2. And now, If I dedicate another paragraph for the question why you've been doing the exchange, and I join in one paragraph what I like about it and what I dislike about it, this is not a big problem, friends, right? This because what I like and what I dislike can be in one paragraph. You won't have problem for that. So they can be 4 paragraphs in total. Some other students prefer to dedicate one paragraph only for what I like and another for what I dislike. Acceptable too. Acceptable too. But I always say to my students, what I prefer doing in this case that I like and dislike, I prefer to write all this in just one paragraph, because when teachers see my paragraph, this is going to be a big, strong paragraph. If I separate this with the limits of words I have, maybe the first paragraph introduction is always short, okay? The second is going to be why, and maybe this is a good paragraph. But now, if I separate like and dislike, maybe these 2, paragraph 3 and 4 are going to be a little bit short, maybe, I don't know. It depends on you. No problem with that, I repeat. If you separate likes and dislikes in different paragraphs, that's okay for Cambridge. I guarantee that. And if you join this in just one paragraph and being clear that now you are speaking about what you like and now you are speaking about, many people use on the one hand, I liked, on the other hand, I didn't like. This is very intelligent. These connectors on the one hand for things you like, and on the other hand, things you dislike, is very intelligent. But you have options. You can take your options, right? Good. Advice for my students. Let me think. Mistakes that I see repeatedly in my classes. Imagine, friends, pay attention. Imagine that I am in paragraph number 3, right? And suddenly, I don't know why, I find no explanation for that, but my students, in one paragraph, they separate using paragraph, usando punto y aparte, paragraph, punto y aparte, y esa oración, voy a decirlo bien claro, es una oración que empezó y terminó con un punto y aparte a mitad de línea, y empiezo abajo, how to say, ¿cómo se dice en español? Ya lo he estropeado. Si es estropeado, no quiero decir algo muy feo. Ya he fastidiado el trabajo, ¿saben? Porque punto y aparte para Cambridge representa empiezo otro párrafo. Chicos, dentro de un párrafo todo es punto y seguido y pegadito, que no se me equivoque el teacher. Yo no puedo regalar puntos, porque 0,5 que pierde por una tontería como esta, quizás es 0,5 que me salvaba el examen, porque en otro aspecto, entiéndase listening, entiéndase speaking, a lo mejor me fue mal. Yo no puedo perder puntos, salvo los puntos que pierdo porque no lo sé, y cuando no sé, pues, hombre, ok. No hay sangría, no hay nada dentro de mi mismo párrafo. Indentation, o sea, separación entre párrafos, cuando termine el párrafo. Mientras tanto, ni punto y aparte, nunca. Y si un punto casi está terminando al final de la línea, yo ahí pongo la primera palabra del otro, que no quepa duda que todo está seguido dentro de mi párrafo. Por favor, no me pierdan puntos en cositas como estas. El título de un report de mis niños va a empezar report on. Yo no quiero que pasen, yo quiero que pasen con buenas notas, por favor. Okay, good. So, I repeat, they want me to write about why I have been doing the exchange, one paragraph, things I like, another paragraph, things I don't like, another, or both together in one paragraph, and the recommendation. Introduction, I'm sorry, let me help you with it. You've been studying English speaking country for some time as part of perdone que lea, que he olvidado. The director of the exchange program is interested in improving the experience for students, future students. He asks you to write a report and align why you, Imagine this title. Analyze this title. Report on how to improve the exchange program. Right? This can be a title. Report on improving the exchange program. See, this is another possibility of title, and I get the maximum. No a good mark, no, the maximum mark. And now, paragraph number 1, I copy introduction. Introduction is always short. So don't worry if you don't have many words in the introduction, because Cambridge loves short introduction. And how do you begin the introduction? Mechanically, friends, mechanically. The purpose of this report is to, this is mechanical. The purpose, you can change. The objective of this report is to, the aim, because purpose, objective, and aim are totally similar. So the aim of this report is to, copy that. This is the beginning of your introduction. You don't have to think, you save time. You have to work hard, paragraph number 2 and 3, because everything depends on you. But I'm making it very easy. If I were you, and this were your task, which is not, but imagine that this is your task, I would write in paragraph number 2, the heading, things I like about it. In paragraph number 3, things I don't like. Well, if I separate these two things, right? Because if I want to write them together, I can say the heading, things I liked and disliked about the program. It could be a heading. No, sorry. Introduction. No, sorry. Because it's the paragraph number 2 is why you've been doing the exchange. The heading would be why I did it, why I have been doing the exchange. It could be my heading in paragraph number 2. In paragraph number 3, I repeat, things I liked and disliked about the program. It could be my heading. Very easy, because it is in the instructions. And paragraph number 4, recommendations. What do you think about this, Ivan? Ivan? What do you think about this, Martha?
I understand. I got it.
Thank you, Martha. Thank you very much. Well, you see, I know, it's a little bit mechanic, but friends, everybody begin by using things that work. And then I'm thinking of Picasso, for example. Do you think that Picasso began painting so abstract as he did at the end of his life? No. He began studying the regular way of painting. And when he was sure about that, when he mastered that, he began creating. Mike, it is compulsory. Yes, it is compulsory in the report, not in other things, right? But in the report, you need a heading. You need a heading, yes. The first paragraph is introduction, and you always begin. The purpose of this report is, el propósito de este informe es blah, blah, blah. Paragraph number 2 is going to be your work. Paragraph number 3 is going to be really, really difficult work for you. And the final paragraph, if you write 4, because maybe you write 5. The final paragraph is going to be recommendation. And normally, the final paragraph begins in this way. I recommend to, infinitive, or I recommend that, and now a clause. Take note about this, right? I recommend to study the situation, to, infinitive. Or the other option is I recommend that, and now a clause, subject, verb, predicate. I recommend that we should study the program carefully. That is, in the example you have here on page 191, they use an adverb to make emphasis. It says, I strongly recommend. Excellent. Yes, that's good. You can use it if you want. Now, friends, I would appreciate that we go to page 114 and let's see what happened. Sorry. Look at the time. I'm sorry. Ivan, I'm sure you wanted to tell me something about this, no? That the time was over.
No.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to tell you sorry for I couldn't answer you before because the microphone is over. It's off. Sorry for.
Yes, don't worry, friends, the homework. Sorry, kids. Sorry. If next time you notice that I am over the time, tell me. Don't be afraid of telling me, right? I'm very sorry for your time, friends. Well, what? You know that we have an exercise number 3, page 114. They want you to write the headings, right? The headings for this example you have here on page 114. But friends, what you have to do, but listen to me, not for next class, because I don't want you to rush and I want you to relax, chill out, right? You can send me to my email your report, and the instructions of the report are on page 115, exercise 7, page 115. Here you have the instruction for your report, right? And this homework, I repeat, is not for next class. This homework is for next week. And you can send it to my email address, which is jerry.englishlanguagecoach let me see, gmail.com. When you finish, anytime, when you finish your report, send it to me. English language, yes, it's okay. And I will check it with a lot of care and with a lot of love. Sorry, I have taken, my friends, some minutes from your life. I'm very sorry. See you next week. Be nice as always and do the homework. See you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.